The reality of the decision by churches to put off politics on the pulpit is now sinking in for politicians, as a host of them, led by Amani National Congress Party leader Musalia Mudavadi and Ford Kenya Party leader Moses Wetangula, seemed to hurriedly leave an ongoing service in Kakamega immediately. Anglican Church of Kenya head Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit barred politicians from speaking. In their defense, however, Musalia and Wetangula's allies say they did not walk out of church in protest, but were heading to another function in Murang'a, which indeed they went for. NTV's senior political affairs reporter Kennedy Mureithi covers the politics from the pulpit.
As is common with politicians on Sundays, those who had turned up today had hoped to get an opportunity to address the hundreds of locals who had turned up for the consecration and enthronement of Rose Nerea in Butere. The community around was just happy their daughter had made a major milestone. The political class most likely relishing the opportunity to address the critical mass gathered. ODM leader Raila Odinga and his former NASA associates Amani National Congress and Ford Kenya Party leaders Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula respectively were meeting for the first time in a while, and their lieutenants were certainly waiting for an imminent war of words. But as they planned, probably at certain points of the proceedings, even zoning out to figure out what they would say when given an opportunity to speak, the head of the Anglican Church in Kenya, Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit, had different plans.
And from today onward, nimepiga marufuku wanasiasa kuzungumza ndani ya kanisa Anglikana. Hata media mkiweka leo kamera hapo hawataongea.
Sapit following up his message with a tough warning to all Anglican Church priests and bishops on allowing politicians to speak in their jurisdictions.
The Anglican Church of Kenya is a no-go zone for political rhetoric and whatever happens. So what I will do is this. I will read the names of all our members whom we respect so much, leaders of our society who have come to grace the occasion, and if they want to address the press, they will address after the service.
This did not go down well with a section of the political class. Mudavadi and Wetangula staged what looked like a walkout moments before the final prayers were said, disrupting the order of the service as a number of their supporters followed them. Service had to be stopped for a while to allow them to leave.
You don't just walk away, and especially when we had not even said our last prayer.
Hiyo ni kukosa heshima kwa kanisa, ni kukosa heshima kwa bishop wetu mpya, na ni jambo ambalo lazima tukemee kama viongozi.
And we have seen some of them came to this meeting clad in party colors. This was not a political party meeting. This was not a rally.
It should be extended even into funerals to do politicking there. The church must remain united. The church must be a place of consolation. Church must be a place of hope, and the church must be a place of trust. And it is very important that other churches, particularly my Catholic Church, emulate Archbishop Dr. Sabit.
It's very ashamed. It's bad. Let's hope they had an emergency they were going to attend to. If they didn't have an emergency, then the emergency is waiting for them. Let us accuse them in the ballot box. Thank you.
Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala is, however, discounting the series of events accusing ODM of seeking cheap publicity from the incident. According to Malala, he walked from his sitting position, heading to seek permission from Bishop Ole Sapit to leave before the service had ended, and it was granted.
Honorable Musalia Mudavadi had another function in Murang'a County. That is why he left before the mass had been concluded.
Wetangula reaffirmed Malala's version of events. We sat and listened to all sermons, and we asked for permission to leave as we had another engagement. How can we even walk out of our home? We did not go expecting to speak. The crowd that was there are our supporters, and we can talk to them at any time. We do not need to speak to them at the church service.
Mimi naona porojo, wengine wanasema tulisusia mkutano wa bishop ambayo inatawazwa. Sasa mimi nikasema Mungu asamehe yule ameandika, kwa sababu hiyo ni journalism duni sana.
Other churches are likely to follow suit soon, with the Catholic Church also having put brakes on invitations to politicians on the altar, as well as other main churches now contemplating on whether they should be accepting large cash donations from politicians, especially during the electioneering period. Kennedy Muredi, NTV.